Why does it feel so awkward to talk about intimacy with our partner? That is what we're going to uncover in this video. I'm Shay, I'm a men's coach. For many years, I experienced a lot of awkwardness with intimacy. And now I have helped men in every continent around the world, apart from Antarctica, to be able to have the tools to have intimacy without the awkwardness. A lot of the times we avoid talking about intimacy with our partner. It feels like the elephant in the room. Usually it ends in an argument or it doesn't go the way that we had planned. And even if we get to the point of actually having the conversation, before that, it's like we've had to overcome this battle of internal feelings of, oh, is now the right time? Should I bring it up now? I can only describe it through noises of like, oh. So what's going on here? All right, well, I've broken this down into 3 areas. First of all, there are many vulnerable topics in a relationship, but intimacy has to be at the height of vulnerability. We're literally talking about when everything is stripped away, and I said that on purpose, when everything is stripped back and laid bare, how are we connecting? Now, if that is not the most vulnerable thing to be talking about in a relationship, I don't know what else is. And not only that, there's how we're connecting with the other person, but then there's how we feel about ourselves. Am I good enough for the other person? Am I doing the things that they like? Am I able to satisfy them? There's all of these questions that are going through our mind. Number 2, where that then leads us is to an internal fear of rejection. Now, we know that, okay, over this conversation, our partner is probably not going to pack up their bags and leave the house immediately, but there is a very real fear of rejection of what if they don't understand, what if they disagree, what if this comes across in the wrong way, what if this creates more of a barrier between us than bringing us together. And so because of this fear of rejection, it can feel like internally our nervous system is waving crazy this red flag to say, no, 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 don't go there. It's safer not to have this conversation. So not only externally does it feel awkward to talk about it with somebody else, internally our body is basically saying, I don't want to do this because it feels very vulnerable and it feels like there is potential for rejection here. But what is actually going on? And this brings us to the 3rd point, which is also what to do about it. By the way, if this has felt relatable to you, then hit the subscribe button below, because each week I'll be sharing tools for how we actually start to talk about this. Nobody tells us how to talk about intimacy in a way that works. That's what I'm going to be doing. So what is actually going on? If we strip back all of the words, all of the internal thoughts, even the responses from our partner, what is actually going on is when it comes to talking about intimacy, we say there's a feeling of awkwardness or cringe or avoidance. It's actually just a feeling in our body of discomfort that is coming up. The words is the story that we make up about it. Oh, it feels awkward. I feel like, what if it goes wrong? What if they don't agree with what I'm saying? All of that is a story that we play in our mind. So the first step, if you are thinking about having a conversation about intimacy with your partner, notice the sensations that come up in the body. Literally imagine scanning through the body. Okay, I'm going to have this conversation. I feel awkward about it. I feel, what if it doesn't go to plan? And stop yourself there. Scan through the body to see, okay, where does that feeling come up? Is it in my neck? Is it in my chest? Is it in my legs? Where is that feeling? And just feel the sensation. Okay, I know this may sound a bit spiritual, a bit strange, but this is the first step, because when we start to do it, it allows the feeling to be soothed and to process, because we're acknowledging it. We're not blocking it. We're not ignoring it. And when we go into story mode, we're blocking and ignoring any feelings of discomfort that's coming up, and we're trying to push through. We're trying to make ourselves, force ourselves to the table, and this is why it feels even more awkward. So the next time that you go to have a conversation about intimacy with your partner, notice the feelings of discomfort that arise in the body. Don't shame them, don't blame them, they're welcome. But just tune into the sensation, notice where it is, how it feels, and just take a few moments to do that before moving forward. If this video has been helpful and you want to have more tools of how to have intimacy without awkwardness, then hit the subscribe button below, and that's exactly what you will get.